Hello everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves and welcome back to a brand new mini-series on the channel. One of our favourites on the channel. I think we've done it twice before. We missed out last year because there was not really a proper break, but we are back. We are renaming this one Sell, Loan or Keep, where we look through the Wolves squad and give you our opinions on which Wolves players we should sell, which ones we should keep and which ones we should loan out. Today we're going to be kicking off the goalkeepers and defenders, and in the next 2 days we're going to be uploading our midfielders and then attackers as well. My name is Dave. Alongside me today, as you can see, we've got Mr. Matt Cooper. Matt, how are you keeping?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
And we have got Finners. Finn, how's it going, man?
Yeah, all good, thank you. Just about getting over it now. I think it'd be good if we can bring a bit of calmness now and let's try not to cry.
Let's try our best. Yeah, so of course we're going to be giving our opinions on the players that will be on screen below us. If you want to get involved in the comment section down below as well with your reasoning, please feel free to do so. But guys, first player that we're going to be kicking off with is our number 11, our number 1 goalkeeper, Rui Patricio. Finn, we'll start off with you. What are your thoughts on Patricio? I know he's rumoured with a move away, but is he someone that you'd stick around next season?
I'm not too fussed if he goes. How old is he now? 34, 35?
No,
Nah, not that old. 33, I think.
Is he not? I'm sorry, Rui.
Nah, I don't think so.
There's no grey hairs. No grey hairs in there yet.
33, yeah.
33.
Fantastic shot stopper, but his feet and anything to do with his legs, jumping to catch anything, or his feet, it just really annoys me. But I don't know. I'm on the fence. Certainly not loan him. I'm not in the middle, but no, a year left on his contract. As long as you get in a decent replacement, not play like Sarkic or whatever, I don't mind if he goes. But I can see why people are desperate to keep hold of him. Just for me, especially, like we'll see what new manager comes in. A lot of these are going to be if buts and maybes. But especially if it's a goalkeeper that needs to be good with his feet, I don't mind him going. It's a bit sad.
Matt, what do you reckon?
I'd sell him. I think if it's like 10, he's not happy. If it's like 10 or 15 million tops, I'd get rid of him. I think he's so limited, as Finn said. As a shot stopper, he's probably one of the best I've seen. But he's commanding of his area, his distribution. I mean, he's 33 and he can't kick a ball. But what's
What was the one on Sunday? He kept playing his short to Coady like it was Sunday League, as if Coady was going to take the goal kicks. Literally,
so limited. Like, he's kept us in so many games. But I think with 10 or 15 million, we can go and get someone better. I really do. A more all-round
15. If someone offered you 15 million now, I think I would take it. But I think you'd struggle. I don't know if I think you'd struggle to find a replacement if it's at the lower end of that. Someone as good as him, I don't think you would if it's for 10 million. I think he's won us more points this season than he's lost us personally. Because I'm not going to deny he hasn't made clangers this season. But I think he's won us more points this season than he's lost. But it doesn't really help with the people that he's got in front of him, who we're going to be discussing a bit more.
If we don't sell him now, though, we ain't going to get anything for him. So I'll just cut your losses and get rid now. His distribution, mate. It's, teams know he can't kick a ball past the halfway line, so we're already under pressure before we've even relinquished possession.
Yeah. This is going to be like an X Factor judging panel-esque thing, and the players are going to highlight which colour. So I just think Matt's no, Finny, you know. I mean, like sell, sorry. Matt's sell, you sell, Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I'm outruled regardless. I would have personally said keep. Yeah. So, yeah, you boys, I've gone with Rui Patricio to be sold. Next up, Mr. John Ruddy. I mean, it looks like his contract's not going to be extended anyway. I'm sure we would have heard of that. But if it was a situation, Matt, maybe he had 1 year left on his deal, would he be someone you'd be keeping around or letting go?
Nah, he's a bit too bald for me. He's kind of... he's got to go. The thing is, we got rid of them two. We've got to bring another 2 keeper on, at least another 1 keeper in, because I think Sarkic will probably make a step up. But he's been a good sir. He was good in the Championship. Every time he's had to step up and play, he's dropped a clanger, and so
even against Stoke though, when he should have stopped the goal.
But he pats people on the back really hard, so you know.
Finn, you in the same camp? Is it time for Ruddy to go?
Yeah, can you get rid of both your main keepers in one seat? I don't know. Is there any consistency here? It's like just clear them out. I know. I literally did that on Football Manager. I got 10 for Rui, if anyone's interested, from Benfica. But no, yeah, his contract's up, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it.
Yeah,
Rudy,
John. Yeah, Rudy's.
Yeah, Big John. So yeah, probably again.
Flipping it, we're gonna have to get a new. All right, we're going with Sell on that one. I think that I can agree with that one. I think his time's up at the club anyway. Done what he needed to do. I think he did the job that he was needed to do. It would have been interesting, by the way, because he was pretty much. They said that he was going to come in to compete with Carl Hakimi that first season. Obviously, we know what happened with Hakimi. It would have been very interesting. You know, Rudy's career at Wolves could have been so different. You know, if Hakimi was able to play football and those two competing would have been quite interesting, really. But yeah, I'm with you on that one, John Ruddy. His time at the club is over. It'll be interesting to see his next career move as well. If he moves to another Premier League club like Norwich or whatever to do the same sort of job, or whether he's going to make that step down to the Championship to play first team football. Move on to the next one. It is Sarkic, Matthias Sarkic, who Matt mentioned then, signed up on a free transfer last summer, previously at Villa, and this season had a decent stint at Shrewsbury as far as I am aware. Matt, it sounds like with rumours that he's going to step up to be the number 2. Is he someone that you're going to keep around, loan out, or even sell?
Mate, I've not seen him play ever.
Yeah.
But if we've just sold 2 keepers, I'm going to say keep him. Otherwise, we're getting Matt Doherty back and sticking him back in goal like at Norwich away.
Yeah.
I've not seen enough. But if we're selling them 2, I'd say keep him. Or keep him. Why not?
As a number 2, I think Finn, have you got any experience of Sarkic?
No, less bald. I know that. Nice quiff.
Yeah. Good start.
But no, yeah, by all accounts, from what I've seen, I've never seen him play, but from what I've seen, people seem to be pretty impressed with him at Shrewsbury. If Doherty did come back, by the way, it'd help Rui. He can do his little panic to right wing back. That was a lovely little pass through.
He does that Adama, doesn't he? But he's got to keep it on the actual pitch.
But I'm the same as Matt. I'm scared that we're getting rid of everyone here, so why not? I think he counts as not homegrown for us, but like English grown, doesn't he, in the rules? So we need a few of them. So yeah, keep him. Why not?
Yeah, I was going to say, in an ideal world, I think you give him another loan. But with the situation and regarding Rudy going, and with us actually getting rid of our 2 main goalkeepers here already, I think like you say, you've got to keep him as well. I mean, I know at the start of the video, lads, I didn't say, we normally call it buy, sell, keep, but I've removed the buy. If there's a goalkeeper that is out there that is ideal and available, is there any names that come up in your mind? Because I remember the last time we did this, it was actually Patricio, and we said, he's going to Napoli, unfortunately, and he actually joined us. But is there any goalkeepers that you boys know of that are available? That
everyone says Sam Johnston, but I don't think it solves the problem that we've already got. Like, again, excellent shot stopper, can't command his area. I want to go down a different route. Maybe Areola.
Yeah,
he's not been too bad at Fulham, has he?
Definitely not your double, Matt. Your stunt double for Sheffield United.
Ramsdale. He's in the England squad.
No, he's very much like me. He's dog shit.
Areola, though, take it for the name puns. We'll have that.
Yeah.
Right, we'll move on to the defenders now, boys. So we've got quite a few to get through. A couple that are, 1 or 2 that are out on loan. But we'll start with Keanu Hoever. Debut season at Wolves. Not really had a big, a load of opportunities. Whenever he's played, he's been a bit hot and cold, Finn. But do you think that's just a case of Wolves not quite knowing his best position, or do you think he's a bit too raw at the moment for full-time Premier League football?
Yeah, he's not big enough to be a centre-back yet. He's not filled out enough. And yet at right-back, his crossing, I don't want to judge it too much, but I haven't seen him whipping a good cross yet. I don't know whether, in my head, like, just even alone, like, back home, like PSV or somewhere like that, like play good football. I know they probably wouldn't take him, but I'd really like to see something like that. Maybe while he's still not fully Premier League ready, or even Championship, I feel like he might get a little bit bullied. Something like that would be ideal as a loan. I can't see him displacing Semedo, but then you need backup as well. But for me, a loan somewhere nice, like he can go and enjoy himself, like PSV, maybe not Ajax, that sort of level. That's the one, yeah. Bordeaux.
Send him to Bordeaux.
Yeah. What do you think, Matt?
I'm going to be getting rid of everyone here.
You can't sell him, surely. You're going to get
not sell him. Like, I think he needs development elsewhere, but I think they need to realise where they want to play him, because he's not a right back for me. You can't not a modern day right back anyway. His final ball's really poor. And like Finn said, he's not quite filled out enough to be a centre half. I think the club's seeing more of a centre half eventually anyway. So I'd send him out. I'd send him out on loan. I think even if he went to the Championship, mate, I think he'd be classed for that level.
Yeah, he's quite. He
played all right against United away, but
yeah, he was good. Decent that game. It's strange though, because I know you said that about the crossing. I do agree, but I'm pretty sure that was one of his sort of specialities almost, like one of his strong points before. And I remember he played an early couple of 23s games and whipped in a couple of great balls, and I thought that'd be decent for the first team. But I know more recently he's not really been at it, and yeah, I think we all agree that a loan is needed. I think a top Dutch team, like you say, Finn, would be ideal. But I think, like you say, about a Championship team where we don't really see Wolves do that much at the moment, do we? I think I read an article
like a Swansea, someone like that, or a Brentford if they don't go up.
There was an article recently, I can't remember, it's definitely on Walls or something, about them going abroad to get them used to different climates, different sort of styles of play and so on. But I think for the Premier League, the best way, to learn is the Championship, really, to really bulk up if you want that. And I think a defender, it's not like you're gonna be playing against big boys in the Championship. And I think as a centre half, that's what he needs. So I think a loan out is definitely the right move for Keanu Hoever. We'll move on to another one. Matt, we'll start with you. Nelson Semedo.
Keep.
The excitement in your eyes, then.
Yeah.
I think that's all I do. I really like him. I tell you what, he was even better in the flesh.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, he was good at United, wasn't he?
That's what I meant. I didn't mean anything else.
Yeah.
I thought, I really like him. He's had a shaky start, but he's been probably one of our better players this season.
Yeah. Since maybe Christmas, he's been really.
Sorry, towards the second half of the season, yeah.
Yeah, I got what you mean. But I think the rumours of an attacking manager, if you are going to be getting someone in like Bruno, how do you say it? Finn, you probably know.
Large,
I'm sure is it?
Yeah, I watched the pronunciation video. 3 seconds. It was like Lage. It was like a sort of
fucking that's new lingo.
Yeah, well, if we get Bruno Lage, I think it could suit him quite well. There's a lot of players. I know we've been playing 5 at the back for so long, but I think there's a lot of players in our system that would suit that style of play, and I think Semedo is definitely one of them. Finn, are you a fan of Semedo in?
Yeah, between both boxes, I've said all season, he's phenomenal. It's just that either end, I just haven't seen too much. But that Man United game, he was great all round. And there's been a few this season like that. But yeah, one goal, especially when I know he's a more complete footballer than Matt Doherty, but going from like 10 to 1, we've really missed that sort of contribution. And I saw a lot more like glimpses of that against Man United. Why it's taken him 38 games to realise like getting the box and underlap, I don't know. But let's hope we see more of that. And yeah, I'm happy to keep him. Because realistically, even if you sold him, you won't get the 35. And there's promising signs there. So,
but it's been said a lot recently. I know Tim Spears has said it in his last week or so. Is that Semedo was Nuno's number 1 target the whole of last summer. So obviously they got the man in the end. And yeah, I agree. I think I can see why people have been disappointed with him, and people have brought Doherty back into the conversation at times. But I think really especially last 2 or 3 months, he's really kicked on. And I think definitely.
I don't know what people are expecting though. Like he's never scored goals, even in Barcelona.
Yeah. But I think I know it's such a almost cliche the whole transitional period thing, but people have to realise the amount. I know the club should have dealt with it better probably, but the amount of players that have come from abroad in the middle of a global pandemic, not able to go out, socialise like a normal person would do. It's so difficult to adjust to that sometimes, and I think slowly but surely he has. And I think there's definitely a player in there, so he is definitely a keep. Boys, just our second keep out of 5 players so far, so we're doing well.
We're blasting for a small squad, and here we are playing 5-a-side.
Move on to Mr. Willy Boly now. He's had his troubles this season as well, but no denying he's arguably the best centre-back at the club, Matt. Worth persisting, worth keeping for next season?
Yeah. Depending on what system we play and what money we've got, it'd be a good backup to have if we brought in 2 centre halves and played a back 4. But I also wouldn't be too fussed if he started, because we know the quality's there. We know how good he can be, but he's not been very good for a good season and a half. So I'd keep him. I don't think anyone would really want to spend the money on him either. So
he struggled really with that since that injury, wasn't it? Was it
ankle injury?
Last year, or the year before? Everyone blamed Morgan for it. I remember.
Yeah, January 19.
Yeah. Was there actually any proof that Morgan did that, or was that just a rumor?
Probably any time we got close to.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think obviously he's another one that's had his troubles. The whole long COVID thing sounds horrific, really. But Finn, he looked all right, didn't he, against Manchester United? And I think there's no denying that he's deserves to be at the very least a squad player for Wolves next season.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't think we'd see him again this season after how Nuno was describing it. So it's good to see him back to his usual self, because there was that period like the Burnley game, and I was like, oh my God, what's happened to him? But yeah, comfortable on either side. I think in a 3 or a 2, I'm very happy with him, as you say, at least. I can't see which centre-backs we're going to bring in that could be better than him, that are going to be happy with like playing for a mid-table Premier League team. So I'm quite happy for him to start, let alone squad player.
That's a good point, to be fair.
Tapsoba dream is slowly dying.
They want 65 million for him, didn't they?
We could have signed him for was it 20 million?
Less than that, yeah. Well, we move on to Captain Fantastic now, Mr. Conor Coady, named in the provisional England squad this week. Finn, this is going to be an interesting one, I think. Go on.
Oh, wait. I'm quite sentimental, so I'm going to say keep. I'm probably in the minority there. But it does depend. If we go to a guy that's like Lage, that is going to play exclusively a 4-4-2, I can't really see a place for him. Again, this sort of like 5 at the back has to be a defensive thing. I think you can play a 5 at the back, just like a name like Leicester, prime Chelsea under Conte. You can play an attacking 3 at the back, and there's a place for him there. But it all depends on who comes in. Everything's so up in the air, and it's sorry for sitting on the fence on all of these, but for me, either way, I'd keep him. You need some sort of consistency, especially when we're having a fire sale over here. You need someone that is going to be proper like Brexit, but he knows the club. You need some consistency there, and I just love him. So I think I am kind of biased on that as a type of person that he is. Again, like Ruddy, you could go, he's not playing very well, but he does encourage them and pat them on the back well when they go in the changing room. But for me, it's a keep. And that's
Matt, I think Conor Coady, I don't know if we mentioned it at the weekend on the Man U stuff, but I think Conor Cody's Wolves career could genuinely depend on who's the next manager that comes in. If you want, for argument's sake, I know there hasn't really been many names mentioned, but if it is the likes of Fonseca who plays a back 5, I think he's all right then. If it is an English manager that has been whispers of, but no concrete proof in that, he might be all right as well. But what's your stance on him for next season at least?
I'm going to keep him. Yeah, I think he's improved a lot. I think getting the England setup has helped him a lot. If I was playing in a back 5, he plays every week. If he's playing in a back 4, he's good to have around the place. Does that make sense? Whether he's happy to do that or not, I'm not so sure. It all depends on the demand, because you might get a club coming who wants to sign him. If he goes to the Euros and we play a back 5 and he has a blinder. You don't know, but for me in a back 4, it's a non-starter of an argument.
If Bruno comes in, if he comes in, right, would you shoehorn Coady as a number 6, Matt? Can you get him in there?
Where? Sorry,
as a number 6.
What, as a central midfielder?
Yeah.
Fuck off, Dave.
I just wanted to. Yeah, I knew you'd react like that.
I had to double check what you said.
That's a no. All right, we'll move on. Cody's a keep. Then I'm surprised at that.
6.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a bit more controversial up until that last bit there. Romain Saiss, Matt, again another player that has been in and out. To be fair, I think he's alongside Coady, one of our longest serving players. But does he have a future in this Wolves squad for you?
Again, if we bring in 2 centre halves, get rid of him. Get some money get 4 or 5 million for him whilst you can. I think
he's another one that's got a year left on his deal. Yeah. Is he good enough to take us to the next step?
He's been shit this season, and he's not going to start playing in central midfield. So yeah, I'd get rid of him. I would get rid of him. But mate, how long has he been at the club now? Is it like 5 years?
Since Zenga, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's been there a long time. He's survived. He's versatile, but I think he's not getting any younger. His days are numbered. I would sell him.
I find it really strange that he was one of the mainstays as a central midfielder in that championship winning season, and I don't think we've seen him play there maybe once since being in the Premier League. Like, Finn, what's your stance on him? I mean, it's clear that Nuno sees him as a defender now, or saw him as a defender rather. Is he someone that you would stick around, keep around, or is it time for Saïss to move on?
Yeah, but not starting. I think we've seen now, once we've had a taste of a season with injuries, I think we need a few players around like that. I'd keep it. If you're going to get 4 million for him now, I'd rather get a year out of him and then just let him go for free. I know it probably doesn't make too much financial sense, but I don't think you're losing much there. And as we've seen, just a guy that in like desperation could play midfield but can cover the back three, I'm quite happy to keep him for that year. I wouldn't offer him another one, but if it's for the sake of a couple of million, then I don't know, let him go and have a final payday somewhere so someone can pay him more. I quite like him. He's never reached that Newcastle away level, has he?
Yeah.
There's some Saudi club one in Dave. Was that like a fake one?
That was I don't know, because there's that guy, he keeps posting rumours, and I don't know, I need him to have an absolute unbelievable exclusive before I take him seriously.
It's Al Hilal, wasn't it?
Yeah. But then the rumour said that he was out of contract this summer, which he isn't. So, if a bid came in for 5 million, Matt, this summer, would you take it?
Yeah, I would, because then you can borrow against that as well, buy more. So
what did they pay? It was 2 million max, wasn't it? Wasn't no more than like 1.5 million, 2 million for Saïss they paid, I think.
I can't remember.
It wasn't. Have a look. But
I remember that. I remember when he come in, he thought he was linked with Barcelona, weren't he?
Yeah.
3.6 million.
Oh, is it? It's a bit more than I expected. I mean, you've got your money's worth and way more, haven't you, from that? So.
Yeah, he's been a good servant, and like last season he was all right as well. And he's kind of been he's better at attacking the ball and he's defending it.
Yeah. What are we going for then? We're going for a keep on this one.
I'm happy to surrender.
Finn,
I like him. Yeah, give him a green.
We'll give him a green.
Are we going green?
Right. Yeah, it's green. It's green, amber, red, whatever.
This one, Paul Glad on a daily this round.
Yeah. This is. I know. I thought we started off so harsh. We've gone soft now. Max Kilman's the next one. Finn.
Ooh,
again, he was rumoured earlier on in the season that he was going to be sold this summer, but obviously, can you call him a young player anymore? He's like 24.
That's the thing. Yeah.
You know, he's got to be sort of trying to kick on to get more regular first team football, and at least under Nuno, he wasn't getting that, was he?
Yeah, if it's the same amount of game time as it was this season for him, it's either an amber or a red, and that's just for me caring about his own career. It's not fair. He hasn't really put a foot wrong, and then just kept getting dropped, put back in for a game, perform well, gone again. I remember we did a podcast just after the Leeds game, and I was saying there could be an England call-up if he carries on.
I remember that as well. I said that.
Yeah. And now Ukraine are sniffing around him or whatever. But no, there's definitely a solid left-footed English centre-back there, especially when we get into Europe next year. We need the homegrown players. So, but for me, like, if it's going to be the same for him, then I'm saying either way, let him go and have a full season somewhere. Because at 24, to never have had a full professional season somewhere, it's not fair on him. So I'd say it's another if and but I'd keep him. But if it's going to be 5 appearances and 10 off the bench, then get rid. Like, at least maybe a loan, because I think there's potential there.
Finn, if you have to sell, you have to keep or sell either Kilman or Saïss, who'd it be?
Snog, marry, void.
I'd keep Kilman, I think.
Yeah, man.
Would you?
I would. I don't know. How much realistically would you get for him? Because he's been.
That's what I mean. He's
not
not proved anything though. What's he proved though?
I reckon you could go and get 5 or 6 million for him.
No way. Do
you not think?
No way. I was thinking that you struggled to get a million for him.
How much?
What's he proved? How much? That was the last time we did this. I genuinely, I don't think he could, because he's not proved anything at any level. More, we've seen him in spells. I think you get a couple of million for him tops. Mm-hmm. He needs a good. I would keep him, but loan him out. I would loan him out because he needs a year at championship level. Loan him out,
then flog him when his values are.
Yeah.
And then get 5
Dion Sanderson's done well at Cardiff. I'm still not sure why he dropped to League One. Done really well at League One, and everyone's raving about him. And again, I think his contract's up next summer, and you'd easily get 3 million for him. I think.
How much?
Kilman, man. I think he struggle. I think he struggled to get it for Kilman. Honestly, he's not played enough. But I mean, I don't know how much the club paid for him. Probably peanuts. You know, he don't owe us nothing. So
Kilman's better than Sace, I think.
He's better on the ball. Possibly, you'd say maybe
Taller.
Yeah, taller. Well, what are we saying then for this one? I'm saying low now. Are you two saying keep or what?
I'd say low, mate, and then
go low.
5, 6 he's out. He's tore it up in the Championship.
At least it's not all greens. There we go. All right, next one is this one's more interesting. Ryan Ait-Nouri, the first player on the list that is loaned into the club, of course, was in and out of the squad for large parts of it up until recently, when obviously our next 2 players that we'll be talking about have been injured, but. Matt, Ait-Nouri, is that someone that you're going to be buying this summer? Not you personally, flipping it.
I was going to say, if I do, I need to start saving up.
Sell the apartment,
I don't know. If it was under Nuno, I'd have probably said yeah, but I don't know how this next coach is going to come in, he's going to use him.
Well, your existing 2 left-backs are both injured. Well, not injured quite, but
yeah, because Marçal's made out of Rivitas. Yeah, I'd sign him. Yeah, I'd sign him. I think there's a good player in there.
Has he done enough for you to? Well, 20 million though, is that good value, or do you think Wolves need to negotiate it? What would be an acceptable value for you?
I reckon like between 12.5 and 15 million.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Or 12.5 up front, and then like 5 in instalments, something like that.
20% percentage of profit.
Yeah.
Proper football.
And arrange club friendly.
Yeah. Wage contribution. Finn, what are you saying? What are you saying, Finn?
Yeah, I'd sign him. I think he's just got better and better as the season's gone on. Again, another player like Hoever. I remember seeing everyone raving about his crossing, like he had last season. Had like the best crossing percentage statistics in world football, and we haven't quite seen that. But I think he's just got better and better. Had a shaky bit in the middle. I remember that first game we were raving about him, but then had worries about him defensively, and he slowly got better in that. And I just think he's really silky on the ball. And if we can see more of that, again, we don't know what formation it'll be, but I think in a 4 or a 5. I'm quite happy to have him again. 20 million's maybe a bit steep. I don't think I've seen that much. But then again, as you say, if it was like 12 rising to 17, I wouldn't say that's a rip-off. I think there's a player in there. And as you say, with no cover at left-back, I don't think you're going to get much better for that price range.
Can you be bad at crossing if you don't have anyone in the box?
There you go, Finn.
That's the thing.
But I think he's
chicken and egg. I suppose.
With Lager, I think he's another one that could do well with that. You know, if you get him attacking wing backs, I think he does suit that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I like a lot of people seem. Do you not think he's slow? A lot of people
I don't think he's quick. I don't think he's slow. He's quick with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
But I think in like an actual foot race, he's probably not the quickest. But he's the ball like sticks to his feet.
Yeah, he's good on the ball, isn't he? I mean, we'll move on, but I'd assume that's a keep, yeah? We're saying keep for that one?
Yeah.
Well, listen, you sell Ruben Vinagre 35 million, mate. You get him and Vitinha there. Happy days, 2 for the price of 1. Oh, we'll move on.
Nope.
You brought him up, Matt. Mr. Rivita, Marçal.
Oh, God.
Been a strange season for him. The club spent a couple of million on him. Whenever he's played, he's looked all right, but those occasions have been very rare.
He's all right. I think 2 million quid. If he'd have kept fit all season, you'd have said, like, what a signing. But he just hasn't. So I don't think there's, because he's got 1 year left. I don't think there's any point releasing him because they're gonna have to pay him off. And no one's gonna buy him, so just keep him there, and I just hope that he can get 5 or 6 games out of him.
So you a keep on there?
Yeah, because what other options have we got? If they can mutually terminate the contract and we don't lose much dough, then yeah, I'd get rid of him because he's never fit.
Yeah,
but he knows that. So why would he take a cut deal?
Finn, what you saying? What do you think?
Again, yeah, if he'd have stayed fit, but it's one of if he had wheels, it'd have been a bike. So that's why we got him for that price, isn't it? So again, I think on Football Manager I had to pay him off. Sick of it. But no, yeah, if you can maybe 5-10 games or whatever, that's optimistic. But as again, is it a 5 or a 4, but a left centre back or left back? It's decent cover there for the 3 games that he's going to not fall over. So yeah, why not? Let's just.
I would have said sold personally, but like you say, you probably struggle to find a buy. You'd have to get rid of him. You'd have to get rid of him for free. They pay the money, yeah.
MLS,
pay the wage.
yeah. And into the MLS.
So what you're saying? Then keep for Marçal as a backup.
Yeah, I don't think we've got a choice.
Yeah, I mean, this one's pretty harsh. I mean, Johnny, of course, came back, had a great return, to be fair. Looked really, really decent. They tried to slowly but surely, bed him into the team and then had the same issue again. Finn, great player. I mean, you can't really sell him short term anyway, but is he worth persisting with, do you think? I mean, he's good enough, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think even a swap to a back four might even help him, because I've always said about his attacking capabilities. I've never really seen that. And by the way, quick story: my mate nearly ran him over yesterday, so that could have been another year.
Both legs gone.
What we need is it?
I know. But it was Johnny's fault on an electric scooter, a Dharma style, just whizzed straight in front of him. So yeah, could have been out for 2 years, but thankfully he's not. And yeah, you got to keep him. I don't know how long it'll be, but it does look like a worse than last time, doesn't it? This one, so
going back far,
yeah,
mate.
keep him, see what happens.
Come back off a cruciate ligament injury in like 6 months. It's unheard of. I know they've got a lot of world leading stuff, but that's quick.
You think they're rushing back, Matt? You think?
I think so. Yeah,
Looks like it.
Oh, yeah, but it's a different knee, isn't it?
It's a little different one.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah. So I don't think they've rushed. I just think he's really unlucky. I'd keep him, mate. Like, no one's going to buy him because he's got one good leg. He's not going to go out on loan, and he's a really, really, really good player. We're just going to have to bite the bullet and coming back and being the same player. And if not, then I don't know where he stands. But he's definitely worth persisting with. His class.
So that's a keep. The final one on the defenders list is Mr. Ruben Vinagre. Out on loan this season. He's had a couple of loans actually, hasn't he? He was out on loan at Olympiacos for the first half of the season. Didn't go to plan and had a loan at Famalicão in Portugal. Matt, is this the time, like you said earlier with Max Kilman, loan him out, get his stocks high and sell on? Is that something that you agree is the right time for Ruben Vinagre now?
Yeah, I'd sell him now because his stock's fairly high. Like Portugal fans and fans of the Portugal League think he's had a really good season. His time at Famalicão, so yeah,
it's Family Cow apparently. Family Cow. That's how you say it. Yeah.
Famalicão.
Someone told me Family Cow. Say it quick. It sounds foreign.
Because if Benfica, if Sporting want him, or Benfica, because obviously Nuno Mendes is going to somewhere else.
He had to get that in, did he? Yeah.
Mendes, but I don't. What did you get 10 million for him?
I think so. I'd say so.
If you could do like a 10 and then 10% like sell on fee or something like that.
We've been playing too much Football Manager, haven't we? We'll get networks.
No, but like a Pedro Goncalves style thing where if you have taken a big hit and a big mistake, then at least you've got a piece of the pie, hopefully. Something like that, and I'd sell him.
I think if they sell him, mate, to Benfica, mate, you get flipping Bruno Lager in. He'll do Carlos Vinicius Vinagre, some sort of swap deal there.
As a left winger.
Happy days, yeah. So I think we all agreed on a sell there.
Yeah.
Vinagre, thanks to them, but it's time to go.
Thanks for the stepovers.
Do you think Ait-Nouri is a similar player, Finn? Do you think we'd just sell him one to buy one there, or do you think Ait-Nouri is a little bit more complete?
I think so. A little bit. I mean, they're not both. Neither of them are exactly strong, but I think it's just a little bit more. I don't know. Every Premier League game I saw Vinagre play, I remember a few cup games, I was like, wow, that's so many stepovers. But in Premier League games, he just didn't seem strong enough. If the first few skills didn't go well, he'd sort of fade out, whereas Ait-Nouri seems to keep his head up. And yeah, I prefer him. But I suppose, if you're upgrading, you're essentially paying about 5 million, aren't you, if we sell Vinagre for 10 and then get that deal for Ait-Nouri. So is he that much better? Ryan Giles,
20 million quid's worth.
Yeah. Have you listened to the All New View since she said it? She mentions it every week.
Oh.
I can see what she was saying. Week, no. She was saying, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's like saying is.
It was taken out of context a bit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. Anyway, that is all. As far as I'm aware, the goalkeepers and defenders of note at Wolves. Of course, we could dig deeper and go to 23s and all sorts, but obviously we haven't got the greatest of knowledge of them. But do let us know your thoughts on this section of the videos in the comments section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree with any of our thoughts and anything that we have said today? As always, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and part 2 of the midfielders will be out tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you very, very soon.